Holy hilarity, Batman! HBO Max is launching a Batman comedy podcast? What the f... Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Matt Jarbo here, $3 Theater, and I'm not making that up. We are going to be getting a Batman comedy podcast coming in from HBO Max. This is a new one. This is kind of weird. You don't really see the two going together, but hey, let's break down the article. This is coming in from the Hollywood Reporter, where they're saying that Jeffrey Wright will be starring in the Batman podcast from HBO Max, saying that it's going to be called Batman: The Audio Adventures, and it's a comedic take on The Dark Knight that sees Jeffrey Wright lending his voice as the Caped Crusader. Okay, let's find out more. So Dennis McNicholas, a longtime writer on Saturday Night Live, penned and directed the multi-episode series that hails from Warner Brothers' Blue Ribbon Content Division and will hit the streaming service sometime in 2021. I'm sure this will go out to like all iTunes and Android and whatever, but they're going to be creating audio-based content for HBO Max. This, in my mind, is a bit of a game changer in some ways. I'm not saying it's going to do everything, but it's like they're investing into audio-based content because a lot of people do watch on the go, and they're going to want to make this as mobile as possible. And I'm actually kind of excited for that. But anyway, the Audio Adventures is separate from the DC's multi-year deal with Spotify to create podcasts based on its characters. Oh, so they're cutting the Spotify crowd out. Okay, I see. The furthest one along is also Bat-centric, which is called Batman Unburied, and has David Goyer as a creator and executive producer. Blue Ribbon Content is also developing and producing that later series. So they do have a lot going on with audio content for DC, which is actually pretty cool if you think about it, because it does give it to you in a different medium, and it is actually quite quicker and quite cheaper to produce overall. Now, McNicholas produced the project with Angela Petrella, John Berg. This is where it gets a little funky. Okay, that John Berg. Yeah, the former Warner executive turned producer who worked on Justice League, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman is the executive producer of this thing. So if you are a Snyder Cut fan, if you are a Zack Snyder fan, if you're a Batman fan, and you're like, what in the hell is going on? Yeah, it's a little bit weird that John Berg is still working on DC content, but at least he's not, I don't know, like co-running the studio. It's something, look, it ain't the best idea in the world, but you know what? Looking at the talent in this thing, and the SNL approach to it, I don't know, man. Like, I'm willing to overlook my disdain for John Berg if I can get a quick chuckle. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you, but let's find out more. Plot details are currently hidden in Crime Alley, but it's known to be a comedic take on the usual rain-soaked justice dispensing crime fighter. That aspect is reflected in the cast, which includes several former and current SNL players, as well as other comedians. Not only is it going to be Jeffrey Wright, but you've got Chris Parnell, Melissa Villaseñor, Seth Meyers, Brent Spiner, John Leguizamo, Ike Barinholtz, Bobby Moynihan, Kenan Thompson, Rosario Dawson, Jason Sudeikis, Alan Tudyk, Heidi Gardner, Brooke Shields, Paul Scheer, Tim Meadows, Fred Armisen, Ray Wise, Ben Rodgers, Katie Rich, Peter Schultz, Paula Pell, Toby Huss, and McNicholas. That's a hell of a cast. Like, you have me at Alan Tudyk because he does Joker and he does Clayface over on the Harley Quinn show. So that's pretty good. Plus, I love a lot of these players. I'm a big SNL fan, so I love a lot of these people. I'm very excited to see what's going to be happening. Now, we don't know who this cast is playing just yet. We don't know much about it right now at all. But we do know about Jeffrey Wright because, I mean, this guy kind of right now is all over the place. I mean, he's starring as Jim Gordon in The Batman, and he's also playing the Watcher in Marvel's What If. And now he's going to be voicing Batman in a comedic podcast. Now, I can only assume, based upon the way that he approaches things, and I've been a Jeffrey Wright fan since I saw him in Shaft back in 2000, but he's very stoic in his approach. And so I'm thinking that the way he's going to approach Batman is that Batman is the straight guy in the comedy. Like, Batman is going to be like the Kevin Conroy, like the stoic version of that. Not Kevin Conroy, although that would be pretty cool, but like the stoic version of Kevin Conroy of Batman, where like he does get humor, he does get sarcasm, but it's going to be very, very, very straightforward, which actually kind of has me a little bit on the excited side, seeing him be the straight man and all the hilarity happen around him and how he reacts to it. And the reason why I think they're doing this in the way that they're doing this is because you can't deny that when it comes to DC comedy, nothing does it better right now than Harley Quinn. This show is amazing. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. I love it. I'm pretty sure you love it. And the way that they treat the characters is hysterical, especially when it comes to Diedrich Bader's Batman. Now, it is his second time playing the role of the Caped Crusader. He was on another Batman show. I forget what it was called, but it was on like, I think ABC Family or Freeform, whatever it was. But the way that he plays it here, again, very stoic, very straightforward. He's the straight man and everything else that happens around him, and he just kind of reacts to it. And I think that's going to be the idea that they're going to go for here. However, I would love it if this was kind of a side project, like a side thing to maybe the Harley Quinn show, that this podcast kind of operated maybe kind of outside that universe. But at the same time, with the voice casting, it does feel like the voice casting to me feels like it would be something that would ultimately be in the Harley Quinn universe. But they're probably not going to want to cross the streams on that one just yet, which is unfortunate. However, if it's coming sometime in this year, I'm actually pretty interested to see what a Batman comedy podcast is going to be like. For one, I think it's pretty cool. I'm actually excited to see what they do with this, the John Berg aspect of it notwithstanding. But as always, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. But first, I need to do a quick pitch of my own stuff here. If you guys like long-form deep dives into the production of films or movies that never happened, I'm getting ready to launch my Patio commentary series. The third episode is titled Why the Halo Movie Was Canceled. That is actually out on this channel right now. You can find it. I'll link to it in the video description. Patio commentary will also be on its own channel, which will be linked as well. And this is going to be a weekly podcast series where I do dive into different films. And of course, the goal there is to get you guys as involved as possible, so you can suggest movies you want me to look into and just get hyped to talk about things that we love in a way that is informative and hopefully entertaining. And that is my quick pitch for that. So check it out in the video description. As always, please leave a like, please leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about this podcast, good, bad, or the other. If you haven't already, try subscribing. It makes you feel good in this dark, pandemic-driven current time that we're in. If you want to support independent creators, subscribe. And then also check out Patio commentary, because I'm actually really proud of that. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you again for watching. Love you lots, and peace out.